Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. We are coming to you on strange places. Hi. Hello, AB. How are you, my darling? I haven't seen you in forever. Hmm. I hope you're doing well, my love. Hello, Facebook. Facebook, I know you can barely see me. the lighting the lighting wasn't going to work, but here on Instagram, the lighting is working fantastically. I'm happy to see you too, my love. I am. Welcome, y'all. Doing better. I'm glad. I'm glad. A Road said it's been an adventure, but we are doing better. That is all we need to know. And, well, let me tell you what's going on. Hi, good morning. Blue Witch Presents Coffee Break with Laura González. That's me. I'm Laura González, having the coffee break. Uh, and yeah, we're having coffee today. Not my cup, but I'm borrowing it. Visiting a friend, having fun. But I decided to do the coffee break even if I was abroad. I'm not abroad, I'm not home. And I only have one set of tarot cards. So this is gonna be kind of like a short coffee break, but it's still gonna be a good coffee break because we all have good things to say. And I'm just gonna wait to see if more people come through here on Insta, here on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, please comment so I know that you're here. Otherwise, I can't tell if you're here unless you comment. And such are the rules on Facebook. But anywho, so we have the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Graham. That is my traveling deck this time. And I figure I pulled two cards for for us right now. And maybe I'll pull another two. I shuffle and I pull another two. And see what happens. See, like first reading, second reading for the day. And let's see. I'm on my laptop and my phone, and it feels very weird to be on this tiny devices and not in my office. But anyway, enough of that. I think we shuffled enough times. Let's take a deep breath. May the divine let us see what we need to see, and may that information be used for the greater good. So be it. So first spool, we're going to grab two cards. And there's one and two. So for our, we have, gotta know I cannot see without my glasses. So we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Seven of Swords, and that one is reverse. So here comes our interpretation for the Six of Wands. First I'm showing Facebook here. That's the Six of Wands. Here it is on Insta, the Six of Wands. And what this one is telling us is about leadership. It's about literally following the leader. Follow the leader. And hi, Shufflemut. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Six of Wands, bring up action, follow the leader. Is not only follow the leader, but if you feel called for leadership and action, this card is telling us that it's time to um, kind of like, okay, yeah, you have the right idea, get on your horse and get going. So this one is telling us to get going, to lead the way, to follow the leader, to bring in action, to stop thinking, to stop planning, and to start moving with the actions. Good card for a Monday, I will say. Our second card is the Seven of Swords, and this one came out reverse for us. And the Seven of Swords by itself, I always mention that it's a very ambiguous card, right? We don't know if the person is freeing themselves from overthinking, or if they are overthinking, or if they are plotting and planning to cause some harm, or if they are actually being the ones that are being harmed, right? Because number sevens have that ambiguity to themselves. So with that said, I will suggest that we really think things through, but without being overthinkers, because overthinking usually brings harm to our actions. Hello, Jessie Duran, and hello, Diana Aguilera. Oh my God, it's been forever, Diana. I hope you are doing okay, my love. And so what happens when we combined, that's the right pronunciation, Laura. What happens when we combined both cards together, right? We have the Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords right side up. Pardon me, reverse. The Seven of Swords reverse and the Six of Wands right side up. Well, we are being told it's time to bring in action. It's time to take leadership. It's time to move forward. And it's time to leave those doubts and those thoughts that are limiting and that are holding us back, releasing them, letting them go. Now, without being indiscreet and without talking about what kind of healing, because Diana just posted kisses, I'm healing, AB is healing, and I know other people that are healing. I'm healing. I'm nursing a sciatic nerve pain that is killing me. So a lot of healing on the room today. Interesting, because I have Diana healing, I have AB healing, I have Laura healing, and I have other people close to me healing. And the Six of Wands is also related to healing, because wands are fire, and fire is the element of healing and feeling better and fevers and all of that. So I can see the correlation of all of us healing and taking charge, advocating for our healing, advocating for doing something that is going to bring us healing, and not overthinking the actions that we need to take place. Diana says, "Ay, mujer, I needed this message today." That's why you're here, my love. That's why you're here, because we're always connected. This goes for Diana and everybody. If I met you, if we know each other, we're already connected. Fortuna is already going to be blessing you. Mercury is already going to be blessing you, because they bless me. They're going to bless you. If we met, the connection is there. But if you land here today, even if you watch this video 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you're on your space bubble looking at whatever was left of Earth in the year 2300, hi from Earth, this video is for you. So yeah, I'm glad that you're here, and quite literally is with AB and you and me healing, and then other people that I have around me healing. It's very on point, the card and the message. Another message that is on point, and it will never cease to amaze me, guys, because I have programmed the class for Tlaltecuhtli, Tlalcihuatl for August 10th. The class is going to be on Sunday, and it's a class that is talking about Cihuateteos, or Teteos in this case, that are the details that are holding the earth, right? And they have that energy of destruction and creation. And I program it for the month of the hardest earthquake that we know of us being alive. It really impacted me when I saw about the earthquake that happened in Rosśa and the subsequent earthquakes that have been happening, the replicas and then the volcano and all of that. And we're teaching about Tlaltecuhtli, Tlalcihuatl this Sunday, and I was like, okay, divine goddess, like, heard, we are in connection. There's divine connections that happen all around us, and to be blessed to have the consciousness to connect the dots, right? To be on the right place at the right time, Diana, to hear the messages and to see the connection there. Because when I heard about the earthquake, first of all, I'm Mexican. I lived through the 1985, so every time I hear about an earthquake, my antennas go up. Both my personal antennas and my psychic antennas. And then to realize that it was a class for this Sunday. Anyway, all that to say, please come to our class. If you cannot be on the class live, you can still buy your ticket and then watch the recording later. If you haven't caught up with the classes or have no idea of these classes, the Colonizing the Goddess, Tlaltecuhtli, year 2. We did a whole series last year. We have 11 teteos, 11 Tlaltecuhtlis, goddesses, for lack of a better word. And the class is the Colonizing the Goddess, right? We talk about Coatlicue, Chalchotlicue, Citlalinique, Xochiquetzali, Coyoxauhqui, etc., etc., etc. All those classes are on demand, bluewitch.org. You can come and watch and buy the whole series. And right now we are right at the belly button. We are at the middle of year 2. This will be class number 8 for August. And again, you can buy the class and watch it later, or you can buy the whole series and just catch up, or you can buy them on demand and, one by one. But the class is this Sunday. They are only $30 because I want y'all to have the knowledge. And I hope to see you there. I also hope to see you at Mindful Baking Cafe. I will be there on Friday, this Friday. I will be at Mindful Baking Cafe. And on the 17th, I will be at PACH. I'm very excited about PACH. I'll tell you in the second break. Let's do another pool. Now we're going to ask the cards, since I only have one deck of tarot cards today. We're going to ask the cards to give us a second message. Bear with me. This is the first time I do such work, right? I've never done 2 pools with the same deck on the same day on the same coffee break. So we are asking the divine to give us a second set of advice. And for that, we have 1, and where are you? We have 2. Okay, we have 2 more cards. Hi, Kayleen. And hi, La Dancy Nancy. La Dancy Nancy. We have the 5 of Wands reverse. 5 of Wands reverse. It's not the same message, guys, but it's a similar message, just FYI. And we have the Emperor. So, similar message, not the exact same message. The divine agreed with us that it will be a second message. It's not necessarily completely different. I'm getting hot. It's not necessarily completely different, but it's not the exact same thing. So being the 5 of Wands reverse, I was telling you earlier, Wands represent fire, fire represent movement, leadership, healing, creativity, etc., right? The 5 of Wands, though, is a card that usually comes when we have a little bit of doubt, when we are feeling that we don't fit, that we are not worthy of certain things, that we shouldn't be stepping into certain floors, or kind of like a feeling of inadequacy, right? Like we are feeling that we are not worthy of whatever creativity movement etc. When the card reverses, it's telling us maybe the group in which we are actually is not worth our presence. Maybe we are the ones that are too much. Maybe we are too qualified. Maybe we are healing too much, or healing into the next level of healing. Or maybe we don't have to be on that level of activity. Maybe we need a bigger level of activity. There's something about where we are right now that is no longer for us, but it's not that we are inadequate or not worthy. It's just kind of like a sense of growth, a sense of let's move to the next level. Let's not be stagnant. So it's not necessarily the big old moving, healing, leading that we had on the first reading, but it's kind of repeating a little bit of the message. I'm getting so hot. A little bit of the message of let's find another realm. Uh, I told a friend long ago, sometimes to bloom, you need a new pot. There's nothing wrong with the little plant. It's just, it needs a new pot. It needs more room. It needs a different light, etc. So I feel, I'm getting the feeling of that on this one, Five of Wands reverse. And then the Emperor, look at this beautiful ram. The Emperor that comes and tells us maybe you are not the princess anymore. Maybe you need to be the king. And like the great oh my God, what is the guy's name? Don't escape me, please. What is the director's name that says it's good to be the king? You know? Oh my God, Gene Wilder? No, it's not Gene Wilder. It's the director. If you know who I'm talking about, tell me the name, please. Uh, it's the man that directed The Young Frankenstein. I'm Googling it because I want to tell you the right name. Young Frankenstein director, I guess. Director. Thank you for entertaining. Mel Brooks, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Nancy. I'm so busy looking at Google that I didn't see that you already put the name there. I love Mel Brooks. I know it's not for everybody, right? I know it's an acquired taste, but Mel Brooks used to say, right? It's good to be the king. You bet it's good to be the king. That's why any other idiot wants to be a king. But I digress. In our own realm, which is our own life, right? In our own realm, we ought to be the king. And I'm not saying queen. I'm not saying feminine qualities and attributes. We are being called today to be the king, the emperor. Ah, hi, Zach. Nancy says my friend Zach, no, she's with me watching. Zach, I love you so much. And did you know that Nancy and I have been together learning and working and doing beautiful things for over a decade? Did you know that, Zach? Anyway, as Mel Brooks says, it's good to be the king. And we are being called today to be the king of our realm, right? So is that royalty, is that hierarchy, is that being your all-powerful self with so-called masculine attributes. Assertiveness, directness, leading, being the person in charge. And I guess the tarot gave us a very similar reading for the two different pools. I am not mad because when the tarot is repeating or telling us two messages that are very similar, maybe it's because we ought to listen to the messages in two different ways, right? The things being told with two different wordings, if you will. So anyway, that was our readings for today. I told you it was going to be short and sweet today, but I thank the divine for all the healing that show up for all of us and for all the autonomy and the, you know, agency that it was advised for us today. So go and conquer the world, your own world, your little ecosystem. And please continue healing. May we all continue healing. I am so thrilled and thankful that we have all that healing in our hearts today. And please continue, help me heal. Come to my classes, come to my workshops. Send me a tip if you will, if you like my work. You can tip me at Venmo bluewitch, Cash App, $0 bluewitch1 or Zelle bluewitch@bluewitch.org. And until we meet again, my darlings, my loves, never forget that you are loved. Bye-bye. And all the classes and everything is on bluewitch.org. You know that. Bye. Bye, Insta. I figure I